Level 3, exploring space. So we're now exploring space within our spheres. We have done our O's and our 1s and our 2s, which is the upper body. And because we've been practicing all this upper body movement with the spoon, we are familiar with allowing the spoon to be our guide as we're moving through space. So we are now ready to, as we do in level 3, pick up our feet and continue this upper body movement while we are now exploring our bigger sphere of environment. But keep it small because we don't need a lot of room to experience how force feels on our body, because that's what we're doing. We're adding force to our movements. You can do some level 2, do some 1, do some O, and breathe. So I find at this point, if I'm not thinking about and concentrating on my breath, I will start to breathe with my mouth open. And what's going on here, that is not effective breathing. Like we talked about before, air is only 20-something% oxygen. So when we breathe, we want to get as much of that oxygen as we can out of each breath. And our bodies process the oxygen more effectively when we breathe through our noses than when we breathe through our mouths. If we're conscious of our breathing to make it full, take it fully in. Then it is expressed out with greater force, which means we're getting out more carbon dioxide. And the next breath in comes in, bringing in more oxygen that is used effectively. And our recovery time is faster as well. If you find yourself with your mouth open, or you can't hear your breath because you're not breathing through your nose, then return to being a stationary sphere versus a mobile sphere. Because as mobile spheres, we're not only juggling more spheres of consciousness, but we're getting our heart rates up because it's cardiovascular. And the more cardiovascular the workout is, the more heart rates go up, the more likely we are to mouth breathe. And we want to maintain that effective oxygen intake no matter what we're doing. So that's part of what we're training our bodies to do by adding these added levels of complexity. To how we're moving. It's interesting too, when we drink water, if we sip it, we get more hydration than if we chug it. Our body is able to process the benefits of the water without being washed out of minerals. More likely anyway, less likely, more likely, less likely. Everybody's different in how it processes. But it's good to pay attention to those things. Appreciating our air as we take it in as nourishment for our cells. Appreciating our water as we drink it, one small sip at a time for its hydration, with hydrogen and oxygen. What I'm doing is examples of ways that you could move, but that you don't have to move. You do you. You scoop space in the way that you best scoop space for you right now. Have fun. Explore. And I'll see y'all next week.